Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ROP, Run of Play podcast, where we discuss all things football, in particular the EPL. Apologies that we were not able to bring you an episode last week. That's because one of us was having a life-changing event, and a lot of the guys went on a drink binge. And so we could not record. But
Don't sell us out.
but everyone is back. Everyone is in high spirits because today's Premier League games was fantastic. A lot of us had a good time. But before we do, just a quick touch up, just a quick touching of the previous week, match week 13, was it? Match week 13. Some of the key games included Manchester City versus Liverpool. I'm sure before the game, a lot of us thought it's going to be a draw. Man City will probably rise up for the game, but that's not what happened on the day because Liverpool smacked them, and 2-0 did not do justice to the kind of,
Scoreline flattered.
the scoreline flattered. So, what was your initial reaction? I'll start with Johnny Boy. We'll start with the 3 points collectors, and then we'll go back to the nil point collectors. Yes, Johnny Boy.
To be very honest, I wasn't really shocked because if you check recent histories between the two teams, Man City always struggles at Anfield. Like even when Man City were at the pump, they always struggle. I think that's one of Pep Guardiola's boogie ground. He hates the Anfield a lot, so I wasn't that surprised. But I think what surprised me is that I expected them to like usually even when they come, they still put up a fight a little bit. But this game, if Liverpool were clinical, especially in the first half, it should have been like 4-0 at first half alone because Nunes missed chance, Salah missed. So, like Man City, even I don't understand whether they lost, they just gave up. Immediately, Liverpool scored the first goal. I was really shocked at their gameplay. I think it just goes to show that I think this is actually Pep's worst run in his whole career, and he's finding it difficult to cope with that. And it also shows me that Liverpool actually is serious. Like we should take them. I know people were saying, "Oh, they've not. Who have they played?" People always go, "Oh, who has Liverpool played? Who has Liverpool played?" At least we are beginning to see they beat City and Real Madrid in the same week without conceding.
Yeah.
So that's a testament to their resolve this season and the amazing work and the slot is doing with Liverpool. So that's just my take about the whole thing. And I don't think City is going to win the league this year. They don't look like champions to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jude, what do you think about Haaland? Haaland has not scored in a long time. Since he told Mikel Arteta, be humble, he has been eating a lot of humble pies. Like, what do you think is happening to Haaland? Because even
I think
that game against Liverpool, he had at least one clear-cut chance and he just misfired. That's not the Haaland that
it's,
everyone knew.
it's it's part of the frustration. When you're used to scoring and you don't score, and then you see that chance, you'll be like, I can take it, and then you forget the skills you do.
Hmm.
So I feel is kind of it's just it's not a deep in form.
Yeah.
I would not say it's a deep in form. I feel like it gets to that point where you need to score to build up more confidence to is more of that I've been short of goals and kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So aside from the injuries, not having the brainer to long the ball for him to
Hmm.
give him some good assists and all those kind of stuff. I think those are part of the factors also probably playing in the game. So he might have been used to like what's his name, Sabinho, always wanting to shoot or dribble. Like it's not their usual gameplay,
Yeah.
right? So they're improvising with what they have.
Mhm.
So that's what I think is happening. But I feel like they'll probably pick up gradually next year. Winning the league, I agree they won't win the league,
Hmm. Never say never.
but I actually expected them to put up a fight against Liverpool.
Well, fair enough.
But
I,
that gives
I want you. This game also showed me that Pep is actually rattled because if you remember, the Liverpool fans made a chant. You're getting sacked in the morning.
Mhm.
You're getting sacked in the morning. And then he did what? He did the Mourinho style. He reminded them
Yeah,
that
I
they
just
need
think
to
the press were overhyping it because after the game, the Liverpool fans were
yeah,
actually clapping for Pep, and he clapped them back. So it was just banter between the fans, and it was just banter.
at
Obviously,
that moment.
nobody is sacking Pep after winning 6 leagues straight,
no, no,
But I
no.
just think the press just
It
tried
was,
to make a meal out
it
of
was
it.
just a funny incident. That's all. It
Yeah.
was just funny. he thought they
And
were
I like
actually
that when
good.
they asked him about the thing about whether Mourinho, Mourinho did the same thing. I was like, well, Mourinho
Yeah.
won three, he has won six. So I guess he still even did a little job there. Let's come to match week 14. Um, Starting from with one of the key games from yesterday, Leicester City versus West Ham United. I'm sure that Jude, you'll be wishing that Van Nistelrooy just stayed, like two more games.
I'm actually happy with. I'm actually happy with the current coach in mind. I will get to there,
Hmm.
but I kind of like Vanessa's stuff. Right, it's more like attack.
Yes.
Right, the front guys don't really need to draw. Like the main guy doesn't really need to draw back to hold the ball, and then the wingers can come up and push up that kind of play.
Yeah.
But when you're defending, everybody comes back together and defend,
Yeah.
which is more like his own tactics and it's working for him.
Yeah.
Like the goals yesterday.
Arsenal style of 2 years ago, but anyways, continue. Yes.
But I think it's more like is that kind of coach from what he is not a dictator
Hmm.
or somebody like a Ten Hag that is having malice and all those kind of rubbish, stupid this thing. You allow people to feel happy playing football,
Yes.
not making them feel like if you're not doing this,
Hmm.
you will not play the next 10 games.
Yeah.
I'm going to reserve you and other stuff. That's what I see. So I think it's hopeful. I pray they survive the drop. I predicted them not to go down, so I pray they survive the drop. It will be a nice thing on his CV,
Hmm.
but at least I know he's a good coach.
Yeah.
He's a good coach.
Okay. And
That's what I can say.
picking up from that, Johnny Boy, do you think it's because Nostrano is just an interim manager, so you can just let the boys feel free and not try to implement really a philosophy? Because even at United, just let everyone run wild, run free, express yourself. Now at
Oh,
Leicester as well,
he's an
it's
interim.
interim as well. So I
Wow.
think he's not sure whether they're going to stay up or if they're going to give him money in the summer because no Leicester is broke. So I'm sure he didn't want to like commit long term.
His new manager bounce. His new manager bounce. They're happy. They just needed a different voice. That's what I see. He just needed a different voice. So that's and luckily for him, he was playing like the best team to play at the moment, which is West Ham. We all know what they're going through. Their coach is really
Yeah,
in line to
But
be the
West
next
Ham
manager.
beat Newcastle
What
just 2 games
West Ham
ago.
West Ham
Yeah,
still had the opportunity to
yeah,
take some
yeah,
goals,
but
but they didn't get
they
them.
collected five on the weekend, so that dampened
Yeah,
it dampened them.
that's right.
So I
And they
mean,
still had clear cut chances yesterday, but they didn't
yeah,
take it. That's
yeah,
just
but the overall, Leicester deserved to win. That's just the truth.
yeah.
Like, yeah, so that's. I think if there was one team he would have wished to play on his debut, would have been West Ham. One of them would have been West Ham because West Ham is win today, lose tomorrow, win today, and their team right now. I don't know what's going through. So I just feel his new manager bounce and they played the perfect team. That's where I just see it.
Okay. And so I'm just sticking with you. Manchester City won today 3-0. You said they can't win the league anymore. Is this going to give them a hope that they could actually go on a run now because the burner is back. The burner scored, Ireland assisted, Doku scored, and beating a win. Win begets win, as they say in football. So do you think that they can start going on a run? And they're not that far behind Chelsea and Arsenal with just 2 points. I know they're still nine behind
11
Liverpool.
actually. Oh, 9 Liverpool drew
Yeah.
today. So my own take is that I think what Pep will be telling his team right now is forget about the league. Let's just take each game one by one,
Hmm.
win, and see where it takes us to. Because we know them, their normal stuff from like December towards the end of December or around this period. That's when they pick up form. They go on their massive run without losing. So I'm guessing Pep will be telling them, saying, let's see what we can do. Let's win, take the wins one by one, and you never can tell. They might be a small crack, and they might actually because imagine them winning the league from their position right now.
Yeah.
That'll be massive for Pep. Not only winning 5 times, but to come back from where they are right now. I think it's gonna be massive for them. So if I'm Pep, right, I'll be telling my boys, let's take the game one by one. Forget about the league, and let's just go one by one
Fair.
and see where it takes us.
And Jude, do you share the same sentiment or?
I share a little, not all, because I don't think they are going to come back. Let them just. The thing is, if their next features in this December, January are like they're playing Crystal Palace next
Mhm.
at away. Pep
As a
is
boogie
like
team for them. Boogie team for them. I like a
Crystal
boogie team.
Palace is a stubborn
Yeah,
team.
very
Just the
boogie team
same way
for
I
them.
expected Newcastle to trouble Liverpool today.
Yes, I
Uh,
expected that.
then after that, I think they are playing a Champions League game. They are playing
Mm.
Man U, which is going to be an overthink. So
Hmm.
after Man U, they're playing Aston Villa. They are still teams. What they need now is for them to actually make a charge again. They need a consistent 10 game run or 8 game run,
Which is
and
not beyond the realm of possibility
it's
for
not
Man City.
feasible right now with them. It's not feasible because they might have a drop and then everything goes back. Like once there's a drop, he starts overthinking the games that are supposed to be just a walkover for them, and then they get messed up. That's what I feel will happen to them. They should try again next season.
Okay. Well, I'm going to, you mentioned Liverpool. I'm going to tie my analysis of City into the Liverpool one because I think City might come back, might again depend on the next how they run the next couple of games because they've started winning now. Just 9 points. Before today, Arsenal were 9 points behind Liverpool, and people were like, "Oh, they're running away with it," and then Newcastle,
Call us low.
Newcastle did their thing. I watched the first half of the Newcastle Liverpool game. Newcastle
This Ella give you
made Liverpool look ordinary, and I'm sure a lot of Premier League teams will be watching that format and say, okay,
If Newcastle had a little bit of composure, they would have beaten Liverpool
yes, like
today.
that first half they could have scored 4 or 5.
Because the Liverpool's two goals they scored is a lack of defensive structure that killed
Yeah,
Newcastle.
yeah. So yeah, if they catch they kind of people like them, Bournemouth and then later down the line, then Fulham them that are not scared to press, that are not scared to express themselves, I'm sure they will drop
yeah.
points. And the more they drop points, and if City and Arsenal keep winning, there's a chance.
We hope
But we
so.
never know the future, you don't know the future. But
That's why I said
I'm
City
just saying they're
one
not
by
yet
one.
out of it because all City need to do is just keep winning, and then hopefully
Exactly.
they can sign some strong people in January, and then they are automatically back in the title
Yes.
race.
And it's not beyond we've seen them do it, so
Yeah,
I won't be surprised. So
exactly. And speaking about title race, is Chelsea in the title race now because they just slapped
Yes. They
they
just
slapped
slapped,
those guys
they just
5-1.
put him back.
And
They just
they don't
take
want to agree that they're in the title race, but they're only a few.
and I can't blame them for that because
I feel like
judging for where they were,
If Arsenal are in
judging
title
for where
race,
they were,
then they're in title race because
no
they're still
Chelsea are in
going.
title race. There's no point saying that they're in title race.
yeah,
Them
but
going out right
We're not
now
saying they're
saying they're
going
not
to win it, but they're in the
they're in
race.
title race
They're in the
because how many
position.
points are they
Same point as
from?
Arsenal.
So it's the thing. For me, it's more like I feel like they are just what I like about Chelsea is what I think Tottenham is trying to do, but Tottenham is now like they're not consistent with it.
Hmm.
Chelsea is targeting like those small teams
Hmm.
and just keep beating that small teams
Yeah.
and building their consistency. When you come to the big teams, let's go for a draw. That's how they sneak their way in.
Hmm.
There's no big game you look now and say, aside from Tottenham, there's no big game that they've won.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
They just focus on that small teams and then the big teams. Let's try and hold our points. You understand?
Yeah.
It's just like somebody playing for relegation now and the Nottingham Forest. They are more one of the teams that used to drag for relegation, but now they've gotten way above that limit.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go for 40 points or 50 points,
Hmm.
then we can start misbehaving
Exactly.
afterwards. That's that. So I feel like maybe next year.
Hmm.
Right now, I'll call them they are sneaked in, or give them till February. Then we'll now see how
Yeah.
properly they are. If they are really
that's why I didn't want to put them in because even Arsenal right now I won't say they are because to me
that's still in the title race now,
title
you're
challenge
title
starts from
contenders.
to me it starts from February. That's where I always look at it.
Yeah. No, it's just
Business end.
I'm
No,
thinking
like
because
in
if
the
people are
league,
saying like, oh, Liverpool right now is the
Because
favorite
not,
and Arsenal
not
second favorite, then it means automatically then Chelsea should be also
Chelsea is
second
supposed to.
favorite because they even have more goals, I think, than Arsenal at the
But
minute.
they're second.
the funny part about this,
They're second now.
the
Yeah.
funny part
They have
about
no difference than
only
us.
Chelsea is like when you look at the table, anybody that gets the next 6 points and the other person loses, you've
Yeah.
entered the favorite again.
Exactly.
That's how from the top, I think top 10 or something. Like if
Yeah,
someone
because
loses like three
Yeah,
games
it's
Aston
in a
Villa
very
has
row,
been
tight.
they'll probably
Aston
just
Villa has
come
been poor for the last three games.
Hmm.
They are seventh.
Yeah.
They're seventh.
And Arsenal
back. So
were on like a 4 goal losing streak, and City were
Even
like
another
5 or 6 goal losing
yeah,
streak, and they're still
it's just,
yeah like
yeah.
still close by. But yeah, we'll see. And now speaking about the game of the evening, as at 3 hours ago, this shirt was a plain white jersey. I bought the no more red campaign, but so just a few moments, about 47, 48 minutes into the game, I started seeing my shirt staining, and it's all filled with Manchester United
Correct.
fans' blood. Their blood, sweat, and
Nothing
regret.
about
That's
this
what I'm
like
saying. I can see them bleeding all over the place. They
it's,
had a new manager
it's your
bounce.
trophy now.
They
It's
were
your trophy.
thinking, they
It's
were
your
thinking that,
trophy.
oh, we have a new manager bounce. Amorim had the better of
Even as I'm hearing you now
had
with
had
two
the
Ateta,
trophies.
better
the last
of
time.
Ateta in the Europa League. Amorim has gone 34 games unbeaten in the season.
Yeah.
They just smashed whoever they smashed 4 in the
Yes.
weekend. All of this is going to happen. The first half, people were sending emojis and memes and saying blah 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 blah. I told them to calm down. They should calm down. They are the Emirates. You understand? They can do all their compact tactics. 5 people at the back, 5 people defending, 5 people in midfield, and 5 people attacking. They can do all of those switch if they want. But they know we are the Arsenal, and we have so many bullets, so many weapons
Nah,
in our
it's not
gun, in our cannon, in
Many
our
Arsenal,
bazooka,
Arsenal.
set piece
and
on
then
set piece.
and then we shut them down. As soon as we caught the set piece, they started coming out trying to attack, and Odegaard enjoyed himself. Saka was balling. Partey was shaky initially, but after we scored, it was chilling. Partey even went to right back, and their star boy Rashford. I don't even know if he was playing or anything. But anyways, I don't want to rant too much. I want to take
That's
it
that
easy because it's not Sheon T on the panel. Jude is a decent and reasonable guy, so I'll take it easy on him. But Johnny Boy, what's your feeling and your thoughts about the game of the evening?
Initially, the game started a little bit cagey, though Arsenal started on the right foot, but their game wasn't clicking. That's what I noticed initially. Maybe small nerves. Manchester Arsenal game is always a big
I
game, no
don't
matter
think it
where
was
the team
nerves. Only Partey was nervous. I just think that the
But
the the
Saka wasn't
Amorim
really.
the Amorim
Saka
tactics
wasn't.
was working well.
Yeah, Saka wasn't really. But Marseille had his numbers initially.
But eh, but
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 then,
all the one on one, Saka dealt with him. Don't do that.
then the game started opening up. I think it was more like Mayu came there to more like, you know what, let's hold the game for like 45 minutes, put pressure on Arsenal
And then
because
bring
after
bring the
45 minutes,
cavalry, bring in Amar to do
and
the
then
gentle rough.
second half, the pressure. Though I never felt threatened by United throughout the whole game. I never really felt threatened by United. So I think it started uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, it ended as a comfortable win for Arsenal. And there's one thing I have to point out as well. Saliba is actually a very, very, very like he's almost at world class. I think he needs to win That's why I need him to win the Premier League because once he wins the Premier League now, he's beginning to attain world class level. Because you could see today, he had is he Hoyland, Rashford, everybody they threw at him. He put them in
Zexi,
the back. He
Dallo,
put them in the back. He put
Garanacho,
them in so
Anthony when
many.
Anthony came on,
So
Mount,
many of them will be in his pocket.
Fernandez.
He has to bring them out.
I'm joking, but everyone else trying. Anyone
And
else trying.
and also it also showed me that Kivio is actually not bad as a centre, not a left back, but he's actually not bad as a centre back.
Mhm.
So I don't know what Ateta needs to do about that. Then also I don't know, Man United. It's always been a rumor, but I didn't believe it until today. I think we have to talk about the elephant in the room, Bruno Fernandez, your captain.
Hmm.
He never turns up in the big games, and I thought they were joking, but like today, he was literally hiding. I couldn't see him. At one point, I thought he was playing centre back because he literally was coming to Dele to collect ball. I'm like, bro, you're an AM. You're supposed to be behind the striker. What are you doing back here? He was literally hiding, and then he was throwing. You see, he tried to pass from there to Ahmad, but he wastes the pass. So I think you guys, I don't know what you need to do about Fernandez, but I think Fernandez is not. It's not as good as people make him out to be.
Hmm.
That's just my 2 cents about him. And the run continues. United are babies. They've not beaten us since 2017 at the Emirates, and we've won them. This is the fifth game straight now. We're beating them. So
I what does he attain to? Second position.
well, let's see now. It's one game at a time, bro. One game at a
All
time.
right. So Jude, what do you have to say? Like, what do you think about your performance and the tactic and your new manager? And if you see progress, because in the group chat, Shonti said he's seeing progress. Do you see progress
Um,
in the?
I actually do agree with Shanti. I see progress.
Mhm.
I think the old United would have been dominated and would have lost from the first half.
Mm.
The old United, you people would have probably pressed us more. Like we'll probably not cross your 18, your the half line under Ten Hag, and you people would have probably out of that pressure scored some goals.
But then last season it
Initially,
was the same thing
going
though.
into
Last
the
season
match,
we had to
no, we
score
did
two
not
last
dominate in your house.
last
We did
two
not dominate
last
in
You
your
did
house.
not
our win.
dominate. Don't use the word dominate, please.
No, sorry,
No,
we did not possess. We did not have this kind of possession in your house.
no, but I'm not sure. But I'm talking about like game in terms of game. It was to me it's kind of the
We
same
did not
because
play anything in your house.
Arsenal only won you guys. Remember the last 5 minutes of the game, extra time basically. That United even scored the goal. Remember?
No, but I'm saying like you pressed, like that one, you pressed. At some point, it was like open 50-50.
Yeah.
The only problem that we had was, I think the difference was just, the difference I saw today was more of like quality of players.
Yeah. And they even
Yes.
contained. Yeah, they contained
I
Arsenal very
think
well.
if United had like the right quality
They
of
were very
players,
aggressive. That's what I
Nothing
know.
for
They
we'll
were
happen.
probably
aggressive.
score.
They were
But
No,
aggressive.
no,
as
nothing,
at
nothing for happen.
as
United,
at today,
United were aggressive
because
today.
they had those chances to move forward, but then the problem was Ganacho was being pushed wide
He was locked up.
and
Timber
couldn't
self.
even. There was a time he was supposed to cross the ball immediately into the center. He was deliberating until the right back ran back to him and covered up.
Please, don't,
Timber.
don't,
Meanwhile,
don't do that. His name is Timber. His name is
Timber
Timber.
I
self.
don't know his name.
You know his name.
Whatever his
His
Solid
name
name
as
is
is,
Timber,
solid as
number
timber.
12.
because
Solid.
he scored
If you
today.
don't know his name, call it number 12, please. Number 12.
So I
Mm.
feel like that's like Amorim being there. Like we are getting somewhere,
Mm.
but it's 4 games or 5 games, 4 games. So we'll see where it is later on. But I see some kind of identity. I'm happy that at least the only problem that I have is more like I didn't see the need not to start Ahmad. I didn't see that need not to be benching Ahmad. I didn't see that need. It were probably giving us a threat in the attack,
Mm.
right? Because when he came on, he also gave the threat. Uh,
Sorry, who played on the right for United today?
I think it was what's his name?
Messi Mount. I think it was Messi
Messi
Mount.
Mount was covering with Dalo, so it was more
Oh,
like
so
the
that
one
means so it was Dalo that played
Dalo
on the
was
right.
running up, so they
Mount was
shifted.
still kind of like a false nine, mostly,
It was
really.
like first nine. It's not
Mm.
more of the right wing. It was more of Dalo covering that wing,
Yeah.
and then they would just shift towards the right a bit. That's just the thing. So I feel like, I just feel like we didn't have much threat in attack.
And
That's
what
the
happened to
main.
Zexi? What happened to Rashford? What happened to Anthony? Is that not the
That's not
cavalry?
Zex is not a
it's not
footballer.
Everton. It's not Everton. At least
Don't Everton won 4-0 today. You can't disrespect them, please.
we gave them, so they collected and gave it back to us. So it's a good game. It was like I actually expected Arsenal to win.
Mm.
And
Mm.
if you did not win,
I
it
didn't
would
know
have
that.
been like Ateta would have probably been like, I should have been Ateta sack Ateta the next day.
Mm.
That's one. You're at Emirates. There's no way it's going to be win. But at some point, I had hope like it could be a draw or anybody
And
could
what time
make
was that? I'm guessing that's at halftime, isn't it? It's halftime. Yeah.
as at probably second half, like towards second half. I didn't watch. When I switched and came back home to watch it, and then I was like, I saw the goal.
Mm.
I was like, fuck. I switched to the TV, and now they are scoring. I should switch back to my phone so that they don't stop. It was
Oh.
a tight game. It was a tight game. Glad you guys couldn't score from like open play.
Mm.
The set piece criminals decided to steal the
Set
way
piece
they're
masters.
stealing. Those masters
22
criminals.
goals from set piece.
Finally
That's
back.
that's why
After a
that's
while.
why your coach will never buy a striker or a goal scorer
He
because
doesn't play with one by
he's
himself.
looking for a set piece. Set piece is his penalty.
No
So
problem.
that's my own take
Okay.
concerning Bruno Fernandez. I've always not been. I won't say that Bruno goes missing in big games. I just feel like Bruno has Bruno has a time span. I feel like Bruno is a 60 minutes player or a 70 minutes player. Anything, if you try to play him full 90 minutes, he probably tries to conserve his energy and misbehave. Like those things, I feel like a coach. If Man U had like, if Man U were like a team of, no, can't be you guys. If Man U was like maybe Madrid now that you have some other creativity in the midfield.
Like
You
Ugarte.
remove, you remove and you bring
Is
somebody
Ugarte
in.
not
And they
creative?
can push, can't make those passes, can't give all those stuff. So Bruno had, after like
But
first
Ugarte was
half,
balling under Amorim in Sporting.
You
he
you
still ball. He bought today now. He
you have
bought
you have
today.
Why
you
why
have
ball? Which
Ericsson.
kind of ball? Which kind of ball
Ericsson,
did
He
they
bought
ball?
today. He
Light
was
bulb.
collecting ball and passing to now. Are you okay? He was
you have
not
you have,
dribbling
you
to
have
now.
Ericsson. Ericsson is there.
Ericsson doesn't have. That's what I feel. I feel like they should. The problem is if you have Ericsson, he holds back on the defense. So we will need somebody to make those runs to cover up. So if they are playing this ball now, I feel like they should push Ericsson forward. Ericsson should come in for
Missing Mount.
Fernandez and play the remaining 25 minutes and help us with the passes. Because Fernandez at some point will just be playing like his leg is not carrying ball again and all those kind of rubbish. So I wouldn't say that he doesn't show up because there have been matches against City that he showed up.
Mm,
And you can say maybe Arsenal matches is not there because you guys always like to possess the ball like a demon.
fair enough.
So, but,
There was one guy that they
but
said used to like to score against Arsenal. I've forgotten his name.
they didn't start him now.
Um,
That's why he
he
was
came on
frustrated.
as a super
But
sub.
he came on
He
now,
came
but
on
he
with
Come
was
on,
like 30 minutes
that's
to go.
why.
What happened to the guy?
He tried to dribble Saliba, forget the ball behind the chest. That's all.
And
the
then
fear of Saliba. The fear of Saliba.
right.
And I felt at some point I was saying, "Oh,
What
bring
about
in
your star
Rashford."
boy Ahmad? Ahmad, at all he only
Ahmad
shine
did
for
have
like five.
trouble. Ahmad
He shine
troubled
like
your left back
well
now.
for
He
five
troubled your
minutes.
left back. Are you
5 minutes.
okay? He troubled you that collect yellow card at least. If you had started, that's why I
Checo
was
is a
saying if
left
you had
back.
played
That's why I'm ashamed of
if
you
Ahmad
guys.
had played full time,
Hmm.
he'll probably be more threatening from that
I
side,
was
and we
surprised.
have
I was
played.
surprised, yeah, that he didn't even start because when I saw Zinchenko,
Exactly.
there, I was
Yeah,
like, and I look at,
Yeah.
I
I
was I
quickly
was
went to go
shocked.
and check your lineup, and I saw that there was no Ahmad. I was like, oh, thank God, we
I
we
Wow.
was
have
shocked.
something in
Like
this game.
something is wrong.
Yeah. Well, he's
But
still figuring out his team,
congratulations
so
on
we'll
your
give him
trophy.
that. And to be fair, one positive I would say for you guys was Lenny Euro. Euro played well.
No, Europe played well. I think like the problem is that delete. I don't know.
Well, it's this
I don't
first
know how
season.
he's
He
going to
might
do,
he
but
might adapt.
he's not. There's no adaptation with delete. I think delete is one of those.
No, you can't say that because Merino as well. Mikel Merino in the last, like when he first came in, up until like 2 or 3 games ago, I didn't see what he was doing in the team, but now he's beginning to understand the system and get used to it. And also,
I
the
think
latest this is third manager this season basically. So
wait. Oh, third manager.
yes, now you have forgotten ETH.
It's cover up. It's the same manager. It's just cover up. I forgot.
So I'm
So
sure he'll
it's
probably gel later. What's Mazraoui? What did they do today?
Mascherano is okay now. He was there. He had one lapse now
Well,
that you
first
guys
half was
almost
just
scored.
well, just running and bodying Havertz. Was that his job today? Just to go and body Havertz.
That's the job.
They
That's
were
why I don't see
Man, you
this.
were quite physical in the first half. That's what I noticed. They were physical in the first half. Even
Hmm.
Malaysia was physical on Salah,
On
on
Saka.
Saka.
Yeah. But
You have
anyways.
to now. It's a mentality thing.
Yeah, it's all right. It's
That's
all
why
right.
your mentality
Maybe I
change.
will soak this to wash you guys' blood off at some
Watch
point.
the blood.
We'll see. We'll watch.
That
We'll
you
watch out
collect
for part two. Watch
How
out.
you
much of
lose again.
how much of a dominance we had? Arsenal had 13 corners. United had zero. Zero.
That's what I was telling you that there was no threat in the attack. Ahmad would have been a threat in the attack. That's what I felt.
But they
But
brought him for 30 minutes. What did they threaten?
and it was still a threat that the people would score after that. You would not say anything to
We,
score
we scored.
because
We
I just
scored. We
can't.
God,
scored
I
now.
don't.
two after Ahmad came on the pitch.
Up two. I don't know. Oh, two is
Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about? He scored 2 goals after he was on the pitch. And you guys only had one shot
Anthony.
on target. I think that one, that's
Anthony
heading.
has
No,
shot on
two, two,
target.
two, two. They had two. Anthony
Well,
had
I
Anthony.
don't
the
remember the
free kick,
second one. Oh, yes, yes,
the
yes.
free kick, the free
Anthony
kick
has
that
shot
That was
on
the
target.
first one that I saw. What about this? Which one is the second one?
second was the header.
I
Who
feel
headed
like
the ball that Raya saved? There was
That's
somebody that headed the ball
what's
that
his name?
Raya saved.
Delete.
the late. Okay, yeah, that's the second one. I've forgotten that one. But anyways, man, watch out for part two, January 11th at the Emirates Stadium. Same place,
We are going to
different
win
Push
that
to
one.
FA
competition.
Cup.
FA Cup.
We're going to win that one.
Yeah, yeah. You guys are the cup
We
holders
wish.
right now,
We
isn't
wish.
it? Yeah. So we'll see.
Oh,
You're
we'll
knocking you out now.
Yeah,
give the
defending
cup to somebody
champions,
else.
defending
Not you.
champions, defending champions.
You're not being defending champions. Come on.
Anyways, man, let's pick.
What happened to Gabriel?
He was injured the last game. In the last game, I think he
West
was
Ham,
sub
you
for
remember he came up.
concussion. He came out for
Oh,
concussion, and obviously the rule now, if you come out, if you're sub for concussion, you can't play the next game. So
What of Calafuri though?
they said he had a knock. That one is always injured as well. That's another
Yeah,
TNA. Again, we're going to find another left back. Have to buy left back again in the summer. No signing striker. But anyways, we move. Let's quickly do some predictions for the next match week 15. But before we do, just let's look at our prediction table, the one we've been doing here. Um, I do forget about that it exists sometimes, but maybe because I'm the one topping the league, it's lonely at the top, as Shake once
the
said.
last time I had two correct
Yeah,
predictions last time around.
that brought you close. That brought you close. So as it stands, you can see I'm topping with 54 points in total. I've made 11 correct predictions. Johnny Boy has also made 11 correct predictions, but I've had more outcomes than him, and so he's close. He's close with 51 points.
If not these two pit guys last weekend, I would have won.
Yeah, this is as it stands, it's a two-horse race because everyone else
You'd
is fighting for
you'd,
Europa League.
you'd have left you behind.
What is it me?
Yeah, 36. You're on 36 now. Is that not 36 I'm seeing there?
I probably did not play 1 week. That's why.
No,
Yeah, you
you have
not
played
predict.
every
Yeah, you didn't predict as
So
many
not only
games.
1 week.
Yeah, fair enough. So
just
let's
3 matches. 3 matches game. 3 matches back. I have 68. He has 65. Three.
yeah. Anyways, let's predict for the coming weekend some of the
Before you
key ones.
predict, I want to ask, what's your take? What are you guys' take on Amorim?
I
Early
think it's
days
easy
for
to
me is early
yes,
days.
early days. Yeah, exactly what I say.
Early
It's
days.
too early to predict or to talk
But
about it
you
because
can see a switch of play
No, I don't
from
see
the normal
anything.
United.
I remember Sean asking me the
You're not
last time.
seeing.
No, no. Let me land now. Sean asked, "Oh, are we scared that you've appointed Amorim?" For me, you still have the same players. So
That's fine.
yeah,
you're just changing system. That's
you
all.
can switch
Just change system.
formation. The players are still the players. So
But now it's easier for him to detect who is not going to be in his team, right?
yes,
Me,
but are they going to
I'm
sell
just
them?
giving him till like the end of December. All this rotation needs to be
Yeah,
stopped.
that one thing I
Like
noticed.
you can
I
rotate
think he's
a
trying
lot
to
of.
figure out his starting 11 because
Yeah,
Maguire came in today. He took out last weekend. Zexi started. Howland started today. I think he's trying to figure out his starting
yeah,
11.
and
That's
yeah.
what I give
Ask
him
me
that.
in his 10th game what I think, and then
Okay.
I'll give you a
By
better
then he will
outcome.
probably be behind you, directly behind or above.
All right, we'll see. Remain to be seen. Okay, so let's do some quick prediction for some of the key matches, starting with the Merseyside derby, Everton and Liverpool at Everton's ground. Their last derby at the current Goodison Park. The Traditionally this game is a nil-nil. It's a nil-nil type of
1-1
game.
or maybe or two
Um,
two.
but now that Slot is here and Salah wants to live on a high. I'm beginning
Is he
to.
leaving?
I don't know. I'm thinking the way he's
They're still
playing, the way he's
negotiating
playing like someone
contract.
that
So
wants to live
it's
with.
free game then.
They're negotiating contract. They will still probably succumb. Liverpool will succumb and give him the contract.
Well, true, they don't sign people, so maybe they'll rather just give
They
him the
want
money
to
that signs
just give him
someone
the
else.
contract because it's going to be difficult to
And the
replace him.
fans will be angry too. That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
So
Liverpool fans are more vocal than Arsenal fans.
yeah, but still the owners don't care. So um yeah, for me, I'll predict
Who's home? Everton, right?
Everton at home. This time I predict also Everton won today, just in time for the Merseyside derby. I'll still go with
Um,
the traditional Salah will score. So 1-1. I'll say 1-1.
for me, Liverpool. Oh, wait, it has to be. Wait, let me see something.
So while he's saying something,
Johnny
Johnny,
Boy, you can go ahead. Johnny Boy, you can go ahead if you.
Ah, I go with 1-1 too.
stop copying
They
me.
don't actually
You
need
can't
the
you can't
Champions.
No,
catch me by copying my score predictions, okay?
no, 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 no.
They don't need the Champions League.
I
I'll
looked at
go with
it.
the
I looked at the
Liverpool.
picture last year, and I looked at the fact that Everton wants to go out on a high, just like you said. So, and it's Merseyside derby, like you said. Form, form goes out of the way when you are playing the Merseyside derby. So,
Hmm.
Liverpool 2-1. I wanted to give them 3-1, but I'll give them 2
Yeah.
because they don't need the Champions League on next week. So
Yeah, I think I'm going to change
they,
my score line as well. I know it's the Merseyside derby, it's Sean Dyche, it's Everton, but they just won. I don't know if I'm talking my again. I want to give Liverpool the win, but at the same time, I'm thinking so many. If it's 1-1, if whatever happens, happens. I don't care.
Your score is high.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
Just
and
follow on
I'm
Johnny
looking,
Boy
and
to
I'm
catch me.
One game cannot have it.
But long
no, I'm
season,
also
lost
be,
season.
I'm also be looking at the fact that to favor Arsenal.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. And then next one for let's talk about Aston Villa, Southampton. Southampton, everyone is slapping Southampton at the minute. So I'm going to predict a 3-1,
Why are you
3
hoping for
0
score?
3 0 3-0 Aston Villa. 3-0 Aston Villa. I don't think they'll score at Villa Park.
Southampton is away, right?
Yes,
3-1.
Johnny, Jude.
I want to go with 3 nil, but I feel like Southampton has started scoring now. So I just put another 2-1.
2-1. 2-1 Villa.
Yeah.
Okay. And Brentford, Newcastle. Brentford at home to Newcastle. That one, I'm going with
That one
a
looks like
1-1.
goals.
I'm going 1-1 for that
Go
game.
galore. I feel like there will be go galore in that one. I'll probably give them 2-2.
But Brentford, okay, fair enough.
Brentford is at home.
Yeah, Brentford
And
is at home.
Newcastle, with what they played against Liverpool now, they'll probably want to score.
True. They're not that good away from home this season.
Wait, that's the problem. They just go and like today now, I expected them to disturb Liverpool. All of a sudden, Liverpool came back. If
Yeah,
it's not for the keeper's mistake,
They,
I don't
they
even know
could
what
have,
that keeper was thinking.
they should have
You had
won
the
it.
opportunity to punch the ball. You just jumped up and left.
it's silly. Yeah, well, Johnny Boy.
Brentford, Newcastle, right?
Yes.
Um, I see a draw in that game. 2-2.
Okay, we've all gone for draws. And then Crystal Palace,
Sorry, what
Manchester
did you pick?
City.
Toast.
I said 1-1. 1-1.
Jude.
So I'll let you start this time, Johnny Boy, so you don't copy my 2-2, he said. So you don't copy my scoreline. Crystal Palace, Manchester City. Your prediction at Palace, at Selhurst Park.
2-1. 2-1 City.
2-1, Manchester City. And then Jude.
Uh, this is a funny game because is either City just goes there and win or they're going to draw. So I'm torn in between. It doesn't favor me, it only favors you. 2-0 City.
Wow. Yeah, I'm also going for a City win. They've tested a win again, so I'm thinking, yeah, they want to try to go on the run and silence the haters. They like all this siege mentality. Everyone hates us, so let's go and prove them wrong that why we are City type of thing. So, and Crystal Palace have not been good. They've only won 2 games this season, so 3-0 Manchester City. They'll have no Mateta will score. I think Mateta can get him behind one time, but 3-1, 3-1 Manchester City.
It's tough because I think they probably have like some of their squad members back on their defense.
Yeah. Manchester United, Nottingham Forest at Old
So
Trafford.
I'm on ball.
Yeah.
uh, I think I think I'll give it to
Mine
United
2-1. Mine 2-1.
2-1. That's what I think because of the stubbornness of Nottingham Forest.
Okay.
2-1.
Elanga. Elanga was injured against Arsenal. I don't know if he's back. They've got Chris
I
Wood.
like that.
They've
The score
got
like
they've got Morgan Gibbs White. They got Hudson Odoi. Those guys can shoot from far. Onana has been on form ish.
it's been a good
Is yeah,
savior this
he's been
a bit.
saving.
This is
Yeah. No, I take 1-1. You guys, because you guys lost today, I guess I think you guys will be affected by it, and then 1-1, 1-1.
not change anything. It's still the same 3-5-2. They are going to learn it this season.
hmm Again, it's a clash of styles, but I just think that Gibbs White can do something. You guys might start Ahmad as well, though. You start because it's Old
They'll
Trafford.
start Ahmad, that's for
They will
sure.
start
It's going to start
Leniero.
Ahmad.
Malasha played well. I'm still saying
Malaysia
1-1.
is
Whatever
starting.
happens, happens. I don't care. I'm hating. I'm not giving you guys any win. So Fulham, Arsenal at Craven Cottage. Johnny boy, you start on this one.
Jesus, that's a boogie team for us now, though. Oh my lord. 3-1 Arsenal.
Jude.
Arsenal 2-0.
Yeah, they took 4 points from us last season. This season they've already taken 2 points. I don't think Arsenal will want to let them take another 2 points or 3 points from them. So it's going to be tight. They might bring it. Well, Smith Rowe is playing well. Iwobi is playing well. To be fair, who is that? There,
Oh,
that Manchester United guy that's a super sub. What's his name?
Pereira.
Not Pereira. He's an other English or Irish guy. Forgotten his name.
And this guy. Wait,
Hmm.
is it the former? It's not the former.
It's
This
not
guy.
Andreas Pereira. No, that's the
No,
Mali
no,
guy. No.
Pereira. Yeah, there's another young guy. Anyways, I can't.
Is it Wilson? Harry Wilson.
Harry Wilson. Yes. Oh, is it
That's
Spurs? It's
Liverpool.
Spurs, not
Liverpool.
United. Liverpool
Liverpool.
guy. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
Spurs up. Um. Anyways, Arsenal should win. So, and we are good away. 2-0, 2-0 Arsenal as well. I'm copying Jude this time. 2-0 Arsenal. But
My bad.
we are piping guys 5, and I think Fulham now change it to 3-0. Solid professional performance.
You have Champions League, so your coach will be more contained.
Yeah, but the way he's doing it now, I'm surprised Partey played 90 minutes. So it means that
This
Jorginho will
one is
play
more
more than
important.
he's
Like,
rotating.
Partey will probably rest. They'll probably start Partey and rest him at the weekend. That's what I feel.
Yeah,
He might just put the guys, or he might start the small guys,
Partey rested last game now,
depending.
so it's okay.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It might just because Champions League is also important. It might just put like Partey to rest, Jorginho start, and
No,
then they
but
swap like
no,
that.
win the game, take party off. That's the mentality to have.
That's what
But I
you
don't think
think. But Ateta
he
He trusts
Arteta
Jorginho.
might just cross the
Jorginho
second guy.
well last weekend. So
He might just put in there and start the
Because that
normal
was West
guys,
Ham. Fulham is a little bit better than
yeah,
West
and
Ham.
it's away from
start the
home.
normal
Yeah,
guys
fair enough.
and then rest this thing.
And then the game of the weekend, Super Sunday, Tottenham versus Chelsea at the Tottenham Hotspot Stadium.
Chelsea 3-2.
Wow, you didn't even waste time. You know Tottenham. I think Tottenham is going to win this one.
I think Tottenham will win.
Tottenham will win, but I'm not going to predict. I'm not predicting them to win, so I'll say 2-2. But Tottenham is definitely winning. They know how to slap Chelsea all the
Tottenham to
time.
win. I think 3-1.
3
Okay,
1
Tottenham to
Tottenham.
3-1, maybe.
3-1 Tottenham. So let's a quick recap of all the predictions. Everton, Liverpool. I said 1-1. Johnny Boy said 1-1. Jude said 2-1 to Liverpool. Aston Villa, Southampton. I predicted 3-0. Johnny Boy 3-1 and Jude 2-1. Brentford, Newcastle. Johnny Boy and Jude went 2-2. I went 1-1. Crystal Palace, Manchester City. Johnny Boy went 2-1 City. I went 3-1 City, and Jude went 2-0 Manchester City. Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. Both Johnny Boy and Jude went to 2-1 Manchester United. I went for 1-1. Fulham Arsenal. I went for 3-0 Arsenal. Johnny Boy 3-1 Arsenal, and then Jude 2-0 Arsenal. And then Tottenham Chelsea. I went for 2-2 to 2-2. Johnny Boy went for 3-2 Chelsea, and Jude went for 3-1 Chelsea or Tottenham?
Tottenham,
Tottenham. You went
Tottenham.
for
3-1
Tottenham.
Tottenham. Yeah, I'm just went to show 3-1 Tottenham. So
What do you think about the Brighton Leicester?
Brighton Leicester. I know Brighton is going to win that one. That's not even a it's not,
That's what I
that's
thought too.
Vanessa Rest bubble will burst.
yeah.
It might be shocking though. It's Leicester's home too.
Yeah. Just before we go, just a quick hot topic. I would say last night where it's not last night, in the weekend, they were in the rainbow armband, and then
Oh yeah, that was yeah.
Marc Guehi wrote "I love Jesus" on his own captain armband.
No, Jesus. I think Jesus loves you. That's what Jesus loves you.
Okay, Jesus loves you. He wrote that Jesus loves you on the rainbow armband. But there's a Muslim captain, I think, that
From
also
Ipswich, Sam Mosby
yeah,
from Ipswich.
he did not wear
He didn't wear that
he
stuff.
didn't wear the rainbow armband. So now there's a controversy that the Christian one they are finding him, the Muslim the Muslim one they allowed it to happen. Then Like, what is it a double standard? Like, what was your take overall on it?
I don't think they well from what I read, right, is they're not finding
They give him
him.
a warning.
They're finding him like why they are penalizing him is you're not supposed to write something.
Hmm.
So the
Okay.
Muslim person not wearing an armband is not a problem.
Hmm.
He could have just not worn an armband.
Hmm.
You understand?
That's what I
So
also felt too.
writing over is more like you're commercialized. I don't know the reason
They
why,
say
but I
it's
think the
political or
value
religious. You can't do that.
political or religious, you're not supposed to write. So he wrote that's why. If he had not written that stuff,
Hmm.
and I don't think he would have been penalized for
Like,
anything.
Yeah.
exactly my same thing because if you remember, I just read also about Mazraoui too. United was supposed to wear like a jacket. You
But
know, this is a jacket they wear.
he didn't accept.
Hmm.
So
So
You
all
know,
of them,
Mazraoui is Muslim, right? So he told them he was not going to wear it at all. So United players decided not to wear it at all. So people don't already know about it. It's just coming out now. So to me, I felt what he should have done instead is just wear a regular armband. It would
Hmm.
have been less
or yeah,
controversial.
I think somebody wore a regular band too. I
Yes,
can't
that's the
remember who
Muslim
that.
guy, Sam Mossy of Ipswich.
Yeah.
So
The
So
same
maybe
guy.
that's probably what.
I was thinking along those lines initially, but then
It
Rose
was
said,
yesterday, actually. It was yesterday,
yeah, okay, and
not a week. It was yesterday.
the rule states they should not make a political or religious statement. Not whether he wrote on it or not. The guy refusing to wear it is making a religious statement. So to me,
No,
it's double standard.
no, but it's not religious
It's a
statement. It's
religious
more like
statement. I'm not wearing it
no,
It
because
is.
of my
It is.
religion. It's
no,
a
it's
It's
not.
my
statement.
religion. Yeah.
He is not making a statement. He is defending his own self, his own belief, right? It's more like for
But
me,
the
it's
thing is,
more like.
everyone is obligated. You are
But the club
obligated.
can actually, you can actually pass the captaincy to somebody else. He can miss the match. You can bench him and miss
Exactly.
the
That's
match.
why I think it's still a statement because, like you said, if
It's a
he can say
statement,
I'm not
but
wearing, give
it's
give
not a
someone else.
vocal statement of writing and this thing.
Hmm.
Because now
So his
it's
own is
more like it's
more
more about how will I put it now? It's more about like how you
diplomacy.
defend
Yeah,
an
fair enough.
intent,
Yeah.
right? So that's what I feel like. If you had gone out now and say, "Oh, let Allah be praised," or
Hmm.
Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar,
Hmm.
it would have been a vocal statement that
Hmm.
he's coming. So I just feel like he should have just
Yeah,
maybe.
just remember
I think this is where
Gana
this
Gay
is where
in
this
PSG
is where
that
it
time. He
picked up.
refused to wear it
Yeah,
and he was fined. So I
and it
just think
was
it's
fine.
similar
The club
things too.
fined him or something,
Hmm.
but that one was club, not the league.
Hmm.
It was a club that dealt with him, which is like. But I feel like it's more about
I think it's
it's
double standard because
the
on
double
one side you're
standard
saying
in
freedom
the
of
no,
speech
it's
and
a double
freedom of
standard to
expression.
me in the sense
Right?
that people do no to racism,
Hmm.
right? It's still a belief,
Yes, and it's a
like
political
Black
statement
Lives
too.
Matters. So this is let's remove the religious part
Hmm.
and look at okay, these people matter too.
Hmm.
So if you're doing that, you should be able to do this, right? That's what I feel like. But that's my own thought. But at
Hmm.
the same time, it's more like I just feel like there should be more education to this or more awareness, like to this kind of situations. Like, okay,
Yeah.
what if I don't stand? Like when there was no to racism, if the white people had decided, oh, I won't wear those armband to
But
support it or anything.
some teams decided not to kneel down. Though, if you check,
Later
some
on,
teams
after on, it was like couple matches. It's not like
Yeah.
at that beginning.
But at
It
the
was like
beginning,
couple
Zaha,
matches.
remember, Zaha never knelt down. He stood throughout.
So,
exactly,
Again,
so it's
that's why
more
I'm
like
saying is double standard because you allow
and
some
it's
people
double
to do,
standard.
some people not to do.
do some
You know, because if Gehi knew that he can have the option of not to do
not
it,
wearing. I
he
think,
would decide
but
not to wear it.
he knew, and he wore it again and wrote it. So that's another case
Yeah,
that they're coming
I
after
think he
him.
just did that to say I can't since I can't say no. Yeah, it's this. I don't know his
So
mind. I'm just
it's
guessing.
the second one that you'll be like, okay, what? You
Hmm.
understand? If he had done it that first one, and then yesterday he probably did not wear it,
Hmm.
and then they probably would have been like, okay, maybe they would have given a leeway.
Hmm.
But now that he wore it again and wrote the stuff on it, you'll be
Hmm.
like, this is the law, and
Hmm.
you are doing what is against the law directly. So I think they'll probably hold him for that because of that.
Fair enough.
If he didn't do it the first time, if he didn't do the second one, maybe he would have had a leeway for us to argue for him and argue.
And if you probably wore white, you wouldn't have even noticed because it would have been both of us putting on
The
white
press will make
armband.
it. The press
No,
will
the
get
press
it
will,
out.
yeah, they'll get it
Just
out
forget,
there.
they will get it out.
Yeah,
Come on, six
yeah.
six slides. They want to make it a big deal.
Exactly. Well, you guys let us know what you think in the comments section. And if you feel like bantering Manchester United fans, including Jude and Sheunti that ran away today, please feel free to do it in the comments below.
We are
Please.
the winners.
Huh?
I what I told myself at the beginning is whether we lose or we win,
Hmm.
we are the winners. But you won't see it now.
Coping
You see it at
mechanism.
the end of the
Yeah,
season.
copium,
Coping
copium,
mechanism.
copium, copium.
It's not
Anyways,
copium.
please
Understand.
It's not
press the
copium.
like button, subscribe if you're yet to do so, and share to like-minded people as well. This has been ROP Podcast. So from me, myself, Tobes, from Jude,
And
and
Johnny Boy.
from Johnny Boy, we say have a lovely time and see you in the next episode.
Episode.
Peace.
See
Bye.
you too.